Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today behind me you can see I've got my Audi A7, and behind my Audi A7 down there there's also a BMW 328i. And in this vid today we're not going to be talking about any of these cars. In fact, we're not even going to be talking about cars at all in this vid. So sorry if you guys are tuned in for cars. However, we are going to be talking about vehicles, and we're going to be talking about a Kawasaki Ninja 636. So I've always been excited about motorbikes ever since I was a little kid, and I'm so excited that today I've taken delivery of this Kawasaki Ninja 636. And in this vid today, what I'm going to do is give you a walk around on this bike, talk to you guys about the specs of this bike, and give you a start up and some revs. And I really hope that you do enjoy this content. So guys, here we go. This is a Kawasaki 636cc bike. So essentially what that means is that this has a 636cc engine. It's a 2016 Kawasaki Ninja ZX 6R KRT. Now I know that's a bit of a mouthful, but there's a few things about this bike which I think I want to highlight. The first few things about this is that, let's talk about brake horsepower on this kind of bike. Now this bike doesn't really weigh a lot. Let's just say it probably weighs around 150 kg, thereabouts. And it has around 129 to 130 horsepower. So that might not seem like a lot, but on a bike it's amazingly quick. This bike will do 0 to 60 in around, I don't know, 2.9 to 3 seconds, which, compare that to my M4 does it in about 4 seconds, so it's pretty damn quick. So one good thing about this bike is that if you're a novice like me, then you can have two engine power modes. You've got a low power mode and a full power mode, and those are selectable using this little button on the control panel over here. And it also has a KTRC, which is basically a Kawasaki's traction control system, and you've got, I think, about 3 modes. I'm just going to keep it on full traction mode for now while I get used to it. And this one also has the Kawasaki intelligent braking system, which is the KIBS, and that's like an ABS system that this bike employs. So one interesting fact about this bike is that the race bike versions of these, they were limited to a 599cc, whereas this one, being the Kawasaki inline 4-cylinder, these are street bikes and they benefit from a longer stroke, therefore a 636cc engine. So essentially what Kawasaki state is that this 636 bike, being the 4-cylinder engine, it pretty much outperforms the competition, and it's got a clear dominance of the Kawasaki Ninja ZX 6R in both the FIM World Championship Super Sport Series and the European World Superstock 600 Series. Now that's just like something to brag about basically, but I don't think I'm going to be riding this bike too hard. So let's talk about the colour schemes on this bike. Now this bike is finished off in like the green and the black. Now I really like that colour scheme. I think one of the colour schemes that they did on this bike, I'm just going to get in the shade a little bit here, is that they did it all in black. Now the black for me was a bit boring, and this one does look quite nice in that kind of colour scheme with all the decals going off as well. Let's have a look at the rear tyre here. I'll just bring the bike back in. It's in pretty good nick. There's not really any chicken strip lines going anywhere, which means that either this tyre was like kind of new, or that the previous rider was riding this as a bit more of a kind of like a road bike rather than a sports bike. Now obviously what would happen is, if you're leaning into the corners, then the tyre wear would be all the way down here, but this tyre looks like pretty much brand new. A few other things about this bike which I quite like are that the front shield here, which is made by Puig, the standard one probably ends around here. This one for aerodynamics is pushed quite a way off, which is pretty good for that. That's one of the mods. The other few things is that it's got a tail tidy. Now this bit here usually comes out to about there, so this is something that makes the back end of the bike look quite sleek. Another great selling point on this bike was that it's got an Acropolis exhaust system, which I think sounds absolutely amazing. We're going to give it a start up very shortly just to see how that goes. And this bike, being the Kawasaki Ninja, it has shower struts. So guys, overall I'm really impressed with the way this bike looks. I think the bike just stands out, complements the Audi A7 back there, and I'm sure it'll complement the M4 as well. What we're going to do now is give it a start up, some revs, just to hear how that Acropolis exhaust sounds. So guys, I do hope that you have enjoyed this vid on the Kawasaki ZX 6R. If you have, then give it a like, share, subscribe to the channel for more content, not only on this bike but other bikes if they come my way, and also on some more cars as well, including the Audi A7. Hopefully guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.